Shok Paris, Cleveland metal band, first metal band to be signed to I.R.S. Records. With me is Eric Marderwald from Shok Paris. How you doing, Eric?
Good.
Welcome to Alternate Beat.
Nice to be here.
So, Shok Paris gets signed, first band to get signed to I.R.S. Records, first metal band.
First metal band, yeah, they've been around for a while.
Is this, do you feel this was an advantage, being the first on the label, or?
I think so, because at first I was a little worried it might just be an experiment they were going to do and just take it, see what happens with it, but now they're getting serious about it. They signed like 3 other bands, and recently they just signed Black Sabbath, so they're definitely serious about doing metal, and I think it was an advantage because they want to make it work. You know, they're not just going to throw us out there and put a lot of money into it. If it doesn't sell 150,000, they're out of there. They're working us from a ground level. Our last album, Steel and Starlight, was, you know, broke a lot of ground in the industry. It didn't do a lot of major sales or that. That's not what they wanted it to do. This one, they're just advancing with each album, and I like the way they're working it.
Now they put Kevin Beamish producing the record out in L.A. It was done?
Yeah, we did the record out in L.A., a place called Preferred Sound. That was really nice. It's a studio built into the basement of a house, and it was like, we had the house for an entire month, went out there and just relaxed and went downstairs. Kevin Beamish produced Leather Wolf and some Keel, and he made a lot of money with REO Speedwagon. That was the one big thing. He lived about a block away, so he would just come over and we'd go to work all day.
Now the look of the band itself, when I think of heavy metal these days, I think of like big hair, you know, and Shok Paris doesn't do the makeup, the big hair scene. It's kind of a throwback to the old Deep Purple days. Is this?
That's pretty much our image. We're into the music a lot. You know, image is important. It's definitely important to have a band that looks decent. You don't want to come out there looking ugly and out of shape and that, you know. But we're just not into the big poofy dudes and the mascara and that. I'd rather, you know, spend time rehearsing. We think the songs are more important. All of our influence are bands like Deep Purple, Thin Lizzy, UFO, bands like that. You know, that's the sound that we were going for. We weren't, you know, trying to come out and sing songs like Poison and that and have a gimmick. We were more worried about the music, so, you know. Anyway, I ran out of hairspray today.
The lyrics of this album seem pretty much, there seems to be a little bit of a frustration coming out, kind of like you're kind of tired of having that foot come down on top of you.
It's strange. Like Vic wrote most of the lyrics. The album was written pretty fast. This is the fastest we ever wrote an album. We came out off the road last year around Christmas time, and we were supposed to go back out in January for a month or 2. We were off about a week or so, and they decided, let's do another album. We want to start like in March. I was like, geez, we had 2 songs, new songs written, so we had to write 8 songs in about 2 months. So we got down to it, and the music seemed to come really good. And the frustration in the lyrics was, that's a lot of what we're dealing with. A lot of songs like Find a Way Out, and that is pretty much what we were going through. It's, you know, it's hard. You get signed to a major label and everybody thinks, wow, man, these guys got it now, you know. It's not like that. We go out on tour, they'll support the tour, but we get back home, we got bills stacked up, you know, and we got to go support that. We either got to play or we got to find jobs. It's tough, you know. It's funny, the album's almost got a little bit of a concept. There's a lot of anthems, but a lot of them are like overcoming that because you do what you got to do, you get by. And, you know,
you spoke of the tour. Is there any highlights on this tour so far?
We had a lot of fun, and last show we did with Lizzie Borden in Chicago was pretty wild. They had record people coming out. So they said, usually the bands trash the other band on the last show of a tour, and they said they weren't going to do it, you know, because his record people are coming out and that. So we were the opening band. We get to like our second last song. Us and one of the roadies comes across and like steals our set list. We knew something was up. Us and Lizzie comes out in this Santa costume and pies Vic in the face, and they started like dumping beer on us and like stealing our drummer's kit. They like stole everything, left him like a stray cat set up, you know, to finish the song. So we like retaliated and came back. It was a lot of fun. The crowd really got into it. We were like wrestling around with them. They did Born to Be Wild for last time. We got into a wrestling match out there. It was fun. fun.
It sounds like good times.
Yeah, it is. It is.
The band had its first work in video, also with The Heat and the Fire.
Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of fun. Something new.
They brought, like, you went out to do the album in L.A., and then they brought y'all back to Cleveland to do the video? Is that what happened? Or did you bring them back?
A little of both. They submit different ideas for what they want the video to be about. They send it out, and different video production companies submit ideas, and then you pick the one you like, and the record company likes. And they like the fact we're from Cleveland and Midwest. It's different. All these bands are either coming out of New York or L.A., heavy metal bands. Being from Cleveland is different, and they like that, and they kind of want to promote it, and so do we. We're kind of proud of the fact that we didn't pack up and move. We just stuck here and stuck to our guns and did get signed as possible. And so they wanted to bring that out in the video because keep that street image and that Cleveland image. That's why they brought them in here, and I'm glad they did, because the producers came out and they just seen this atmosphere was so different. They went down to the Flats area and that and drove around and came up with some really cool places to shoot footage. I like the way it came out.
I understand the director of the video also does Concrete Blonde videos?
Yeah, her name's Jane Simpson. She's done Concrete Blonde, Joe Walsh video, In My Car, and a lot of bands. She's really good. Really, she was one of the first ones to start that kind of avant-garde, grainy black and white type stuff. Now that you see these big budget videos like Keith Richards and that are like using it and paying all kinds of money, she was doing it back for like real cheap and made it kind of fashionable. She's really smart.
Well, let's check it out. The Heat and the Fire, Shok, I.R.S. on alternate B. Check it out.